And there we are. The Wolverine is now mounted on its new baffle, and you can see I got all 4 of these tightened down. I don't over tighten the nuts. What I do is just tighten them enough so that they're snug, and that way they don't vibrate loose. Because you don't want to over tighten it, because otherwise you're going to disform not only the basket, but on some enclosures you can disform the part of the enclosure where the bolt is. So you don't want to over tighten these. Just make them snug and they should be okay. I've never used fingernail polish or anything to actually glue the nuts in place, because if you ever have to take the speaker out for replacement, or if you want to change the driver, you know, not necessarily having to replace it, but just, you know, put something different in it, then it's much harder to get the nuts out if they're, you know, if they got nail polish or glue on them, and I don't bother with that. I like to keep things simple. So that's why I just snug these down, and they do a good job. I've never had any problems with nuts vibrating loose, as long as the bolt itself is not stripped. If it is, then I have to do some modifications that way. Okay, so now the next step is to get some wire and make two leads for these screws. And the wire that I use, I'll show you the wire that I use. Okay, oh, here's the box. Oh boy. Can't believe all this stuff I have. Anyway, here's the box of wire I have, and you can buy this bulk pack of wire on Amazon. And I was so glad to get this variety of wire, because you could see they're all different colors. I think there's at least 8 colors or so. Let's see, because the spool shows how many colors are available. Let's see. We got black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, gray, white. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 different color of wire. And that helps you to know what you're working with. You know, like if you're building a project with this wire, you can use different colors to go to different parts of the circuit. Or like in my case, when I do speaker upgrades, or you know, anything like that, then I have this different color wire, and it makes it real nice to know what goes to where. Especially if you have to trace it and troubleshoot something. So let me just real quick show you the colors here. So you get the gray. I've used the gray already. Here's the white. I've used some of the white. Here's the blue. I have used some of the blue. Here's black. This is probably the one that you're going to run out of the most, because black is always known for ground when it comes to electronic circuits or audio or video or anything like that. Black is usually your ground when it comes to this type of thing. So that one, I don't know how much wire. I got pretty much in there, but you could see it was a lot smaller roll. Here's purple. Now purple is good if you're like doing a subwoofer upgrade, or if you want to use it for like a 2-way or 3-way speaker system. You can use purple for the woofer. It really doesn't matter the color, as long as you're consistent. Like if you're doing a pair of speakers, make them match so that you know what goes to what. Here's the red. I've used a lot of red, because red is usually your positive for a single speaker hookup. And then here's some other colors in here. Now this is brown, but this is a different type of wire. This is the old vintage Radio Shack speaker wire. And I got just a little bit of that left, not too much. So I'm trying to save that for last resort. Here's yellow. You can see I haven't used yellow. It's still got the cellophane on there, or the plastic. Now this is old. This is different hookup wire. This is something different. And I bought this a long time ago from MCM Electronics, which now the company is called Newark. And I don't know if they still sell this particular wire or not on the spool. I mean, this was years ago, and it's odd because I only bought the red. I never bought black, because I think they had this in black, and I never bought the black. So I got a lot of red wire if I need a lot of red wire. Here's brown. Now this is the brown for this type of project wire, or however you want to use it. Now this is also good, like if you're wanting to put leads on a 70 volt line transformer, like I showed you on those Jensens. This is a good way to color code those hookups. Like you can use brown for 5 watts, or brown for 2 watts, or 1 watt, whatever you'd like to do. It doesn't matter, as long as I said, you keep your colors consistent. Here's orange. It's an orange spool of wire. And the last one here that we didn't look at is green. And I have not used the green either. So this wire, like I said, you can get at Amazon.com. It comes in a pack of 10. You could get it in a pack of 10. And it's very useful, especially if you're color coding your hookups when you're doing a project. It's really good. And it's 16 gauge, and 16 gauge is really good wire to work with. It's not too thin. If you have to solder it on to like speakers or terminal strips or whatever you need to solder it on, it works really good. Oh, let's see, is that the red? Yeah, okay, so I want to leave the red out. We'll put the blue back. See, we got all the colors in there so far. We got the green, the gray. Let's see, is this the white? No, that's the gray. That's the gray, I think. Okay, this is the brown. Put the brown in there. This is the purple. We don't need the purple. And this is the black. We will need the black. Okay, and then here's the other 2 conductor speaker wire, and here's my extra roll of red project wire. Now this is actually a little thinner, so I don't know what I might do with this, because that is a little thinner than this other red spool. I like this one actually a lot better, but I'll use, if I run out of red, then I'll just use up that red. I probably should have used that red first, but the thing is, it's a little bit different gauge, I think. I think that's 18 gauge. This is 16, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. That way they match. So now, as I said, I'm going to start making the leads for this Wolverine speaker. And so that's going to take a little bit of time, so I'll be back in a little bit once I have the leads made. And I'll show you how I'm going to hook them up.